guys, and welcome back to my channel Arabic with me, Rana. If you are not a subscriber yet, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to share my videos if you like them. Today's video talks about the next verb form and how we switch from the standard Arabic into the spoken one using this. We will start with information about this form first. This video is important for those who are switching from standard to spoken Arabic and for those who only know spoken Arabic as well. Let's start our video. The first thing you should know is that we have 10 forms of verbs in Arabic. Each form tells us how to make the shape of the verb in present, past, and infinitive. We had the first form according to me earlier in another video. I will add the link in the description below. For spoken Arabic speakers, the expression infinitive may seem a little bit new. So let me explain in few words. I already mentioned this before, but would love to repeat it for you. In English, we have a verb and a noun, but in Arabic, we have a verb and a noun, and then the process of doing the thing. For instance, I'm drinking coffee. Drinking here is a verb because you are doing something, which is drinking right now. While in the next example, I like drinking coffee in the park. Drinking here is the process of drinking, and it does not mean that it's a verb because it's not related to any tense. It's not past and it's not present, it's just the process. It's a noun. This is what we call infinitive in Arabic. The second step that you should know is that we always make these forms with the pronoun he conjugation. But why? Because as you all know, in the past tense, we only have the root with he conjugation. We don't add any suffixes or prefixes, which is the thing that helps us distinguish between the forms easily. How to know the forms of the verbs? You all may remember having the X, Y, and Z in mathematics in school. Well, I know that most of you don't like it, but we have to use it. Let's continue to our goal right now. In Arabic verbs, we don't use the X, Y, and Z. We actually use the fa, ayn, and lam instead. And we combine them in one word that is together fa'ala, fa'ala, which means to do something. It's logical to do something, it's a verb. Now, you may ask, how would I know the root of the verb? Well, you should know that for any verb in Arabic, even if it was a billion letters verb, its root is only 3 letters, and all the rest are called extras. Okay, but Rana, how do we know the extras? Easy way. Follow these steps. Number 1, a stressed letter is an extra. Number 2, extra letters are combined in one word, which is TSONAMI. So the letters are T, S, O, N, A, M, and E. Which are the pronunciations of T, S, O, N, A, M, E? Let's have some examples. The first example is the word ta'allam. 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 We have 2 extras that are the ta at the beginning and the le, that is stressed. So we only have a, la, ma, which equals the fa, a, la, the x, y, and z, so these are the roots. Okay, let's have the next one. Ista'lam. Ista'lam. We have the first a, e is an extra, the s is an extra, and the T is an extra. So this is why we have only 3 letters root for this verb, which is alama again. The next example is the word inkasar. Inkasar, to be broken. Inkasar. So the a at the beginning is an extra. the N is an extra, so we only have the ka, sa, ra rest, which are the root. So this is how we actually make the roots in Arabic language. Well, another question, Rana, do we only measure the extras in the past tense with the pronoun he? The answer is yes. These measurements are only used with the past tense with the he conjugation. Otherwise, you are wrong. You can't measure extras with other conjugations, with other pronouns. You can't. Not in the present tense, nor with other pronouns. No. Well, let's start our form for today, which is the rhythm, which is the measurement of تفعل. تفعل. You can see that the a is stressed, so the y in the XYZ is doubled. So it's an extra. So one of the a is an extra according to Rana's rule. So we still have more extras. Yeah, sure we have. The first T is an extra. So Rana, why do we need to know the extras? Well, if you are good at knowing the form from its tone, from the rhythm of it, you don't have to know the root nor the extras. But if you are not, you are just a beginner, then knowing the extras will help you determine what form we have here. So when you have this form, this tone of the verb, you should immediately know the present tense, which has the rhythm of بيتفعل. بيتفعل. And then you should know the infinitive, which is تفاعل. تفاعل. For those who are switching from standard to spoken Arabic, you have to know that this is the 5th form of the 10 forms in Arabic language. And it should be in the standard Arabic. تفعل, يتفعل, and the infinitive is تفاعل. تفعل, يتفاعل, تفاعل. While in the spoken Arabic, pay attention, now the spoken Arabic is تفعل, بيتفعل in the present tense with he conjugation. All of it is with he conjugation. And then the process, which is the infinitive, should be تفاعل. تفاعل. Some people in the spoken Arabic say it's تفعيل. The infinitive is تفعيل. Let's have an example. The verb to learn in Arabic is تعلم. 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 So this is the rhythm, this is the measurement. In the past tense is he learned. Now, in the present tense, it should be he is learning or he learns. It's gonna be بيتعلم. And the process is تعلم. تعلم, which is learning, the process of it. But some people would use the infinitive تعليم instead, which we had in our previous video. So this is the spoken Arabic. It's not logical sometimes. So let me emphasize on this idea. You have to know that in spoken Arabic, we sometimes use the infinitive of the previous form we had, the link below, for expressing this one's infinitive. Why? It just feels easier to us, and that's it. Sometimes it's not logical, but it's easier on the mouth to say it. How would we know which one is the form used in this case? Usually, we use the infinitive of this verb with the verb itself. Not always, it's just usually, so we might say تعلم تعلم كتير منيح. تعلم تعلم كتير منيح. He learned a very good learning. Ha! So we might say تعلم. While we also can say, which is in the standard not correct, but we use it in the spoken Arabic. تعلم تعليم كتير منيح. تعلم تعليم كتير منيح. We might say this. Although تعليم means education and teaching and not learning here, but we use it just because it feels better and it feels easier to us. The next example is تصدر بالمباراة. تصدر بالمباراة. تصدر is the verb to top in the game, to have perfect scores. تصدر تصدر رائع. تصدر تصدير رائع. We might say both, although تصدير here means a total different thing, but we can just use it because it feels like it's a good rhythm to say. Maybe we are saying that the house has been renewed, a very nice renewing, which means nothing in English, but we say it in Arabic. So, تجدد تجديد بجنن. Very nice. Or you could say تجدد تجدد بجنن. But we use the first one more because it feels like it's better. So it's not correct in the standard Arabic, but anyway, we use it because it feels better to the ear. And now I will give you different examples for this exact form with their translation. The first one is the verb تشرف. تشرف, to be honored. تألف. تألف, to consist of. تعلم. تعلم, to learn. تحمم. تحمم, to have a shower. تجدد. تجدد, to be renewed. تبشع. تبشع, to get uglier. تسخن. تسخن, to be heated up. تركب. تركب, to be installed. تصدر. تصدر, to top at something. تزوج. تزوج, to get married. تعرض. تعرض, to be exposed. تقمص. تقمص, or تقمص. We use تقمص more than the a here, which is the posing as someone else into the character of someone else, and sometimes it's the reincarnation. The next is توقع. توقع. توقع, which is to expect something. تيسر. تيسر, something to facilitate. تحمل. تحمل, to carry or afford something or to bear. Maybe to carry a responsibility. تحمل المسؤولية. The last one is تشجع. تشجع, which is to be encouraged. Now these in the past tense, I want you to tell me in the comments below the present tense with the he conjugation, and maybe you will get some examples with the infinitive. And now that you know 2 different forms of verbs in spoken Arabic, I hope you like it, guys. Don't forget to tell me if you like my videos by hitting the like button, and subscribe if you are a new follower. Share it with your friends and comment below if you have any questions, recommendations, or suggestions for my new videos. I would love to make a content that you like and I enjoy at the same time. Have fun and stay safe. Bye bye. See you in next videos.